This is Chris Bales. Like, subscribe to Team W Wrestling on YouTube, subscribe to my other channel, Word of Chris, and subscribe to this channel, Chris Bales, and follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. I'll all be down there in the description box. And I'm here to do my WWE Monday Night Raw, August 22nd, 2022 reviews. So here we go, discussing about Monday Night Raw. Now, tonight they are in Canada, so yeah, we kick off Raw with a chaotic scene, actually, with Riddle and Seth Rollins brawling backstage, like right there where they're about to come out or whatever. So yeah, they was brawling backstage, and then we see a bunch of referees and security guards and officials and all that trying to break up from them brawling. But then they go out to the crowd brawling and everything. And at one point, Riddle was about to toss Rollins over this thing, pretty much to the floor and all that, and luckily they stopped doing that, and then they kept on going at it through the crowd and all that. Rollins went over the barricade and stuff, while security guards and referees and all that was holding Seth Rollins back. We see Riddle jump off the barricade with a crossbody onto all of them, laying them out. And then we see Adam Pearce and all them trying to pull Seth Rollins and Riddle apart, and they kept on going at it. And then they finally got them apart, and then they all went separate ways quickly. So yeah, just a chaotic scene starting off Monday Night Raw. I really like it. It was a great part. So yeah, it was really good. Just a chaotic scene going on. So yeah, and that they then did the pyro for Raw opening, and yeah, now we're officially kicking off Raw. But yeah, there's multiple things for tonight. Later on tonight, there will be Alexa Bliss and Asuka versus Dakota Kai and Io Sky in the semifinals of the Women's Tag Team Championship Tournament. So yeah, that match will be happening later on tonight. Not only that, Edge will be taking on Damien Priest one-on-one tonight. But up next, we're going to be seeing Trish Stratus on Raw. So yeah, she's returning up next on Monday Night Raw. They are, of course, in Canada, so Trish Stratus will be on Raw. So yeah, that will be up next. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Until then. So the next thing to happen on Monday Night Raw, now we officially kick off Raw with Trish Stratus. So yeah, she returns tonight. They are in Canada tonight. So yeah, is in her hometown and all that stuff. So yeah, she comes out and she says she's glad to be home. Not only to be home in Toronto, but be home in the ring. So yeah, that's what she was saying. But then all of a sudden she gets interrupted by Bayley, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky. They come out and, Raw goes on a commercial break and comes back on with Bayley already talking. So yeah, they did not waste no time. She was already talking, and she was talking about how, how they like Trish Stratus, how they respect her and all that stuff, how she's a legend and all that. And then Trish Stratus was like, thank you, but, y'all just gonna have a tough time against, against Asuka, Alexa Bliss, and Bianca Belair at, Clash of the Castle and the Women's Tag Team title tournament tonight. So yeah, that's what she was saying. But then all of a sudden, we see Bayley and them start talking junk to Trish Stratus, talking about how they can beat her down and all that stuff. But then all of a sudden, the Raw Women's Champion Bianca Belair comes out side by side with Trish Stratus, and Bayley was talking about, it don't matter because it's still 3-2. So we got y'all outnumbered, and we can beat y'all down. And then Trish Stratus was talking about how she is retired, but she could come out of retirement to go to fight them or whatever. So yeah, that's what she was saying. And then she says she's there on Raw tonight to pretty much, to see Edge fight Damien Priest tonight. But yeah, that's what she was saying. And then Bayley kept on talking a lot of crap, and then Trish Stratus was like, yeah, it's 3-2, but we still got more numbers. And then Alexa Bliss and Asuka comes out, and then pretty much it was just 4-3 at that point. But then Bayley, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky stood down, and yeah, that's what happened. But yeah, it was great to see Trish Stratus tonight. Just pretty much her in her hometown and all that, just a big pop and all that stuff. But hopefully we do see Trish Stratus back in the ring, because I think the last time she was in the ring was against Charlotte Flair back at SummerSlam 2019, I want to say. So yeah, it's been a long time, and that match ain't talked about. So yeah, but yeah, hopefully she'll be back into the ring soon. But yeah, up next it will be the Women's Tag Team Championship Tournament match, and I will talk about the Women's Tag Team titles up next. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Until then. So the next thing to happen on Monday Night Raw, now we have the first match of the night. It was Alexa Bliss and Asuka versus Io Sky and Dakota Kai in a women's tag team match in the semifinals of the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship Tournament. So yeah, we have this match, but before I talk about the match, we gotta talk about a few things now. Of course, this past Friday night on SmackDown, we see Toxic Attraction make their SmackDown debut, and they did defeat Natalya and Sonya Deville to advance to the semifinals. But apparently Gigi Dolan is injured, so later on tonight on Raw, they'll talk about how they're going to have a second chance Fatal 4-Way tag team match on SmackDown. That match will be happening on SmackDown, but they have more details about it tonight on Raw. So yeah, a second time the team got taken out. So yeah. But yeah, we go with the first match of the night, and it was a pretty good match between all four of these women. At one point, we see Alexa Bliss actually hit a nice-ass DDT onto Dakota Kai and Io Sky. Like, they straight up got planted on their faces, which freaking looked incredible. But then we get to the ending of the match, where we see Alexa Bliss toss Io Sky out the ring, and then she climbs up the top turnbuckle because she was the one that was tagged in, but then she tags in Asuka. She jumps off with the Twisted Bliss onto Dakota, but Dakota puts her knees up. She lands on her knees, and then that's when Io Sky gets in the ring, drop kicking Alexa out the ring. And then Asuka was a legal woman, so yeah, she comes in, hits a big roundhouse kick onto Io Sky, and then Io Sky rolled out, and then Dakota and Asuka was going at it, and Dakota was about to pick up the win because she tried to hit that big boot into the corner onto Asuka, but Asuka moved out of the way, so yeah, she hit the turnbuckle and the ropes and stuff. But then, while Asuka had her back turned, Io Sky tags herself in. Asuka comes up and locking on the Asuka lock onto Dakota Kai. Dakota Kai starts tapping out, and then while she was tapping out, she thought it was all over. Io Sky comes into the ring, rolls her up for the 3 count, winning the match. So yeah, Io Sky and Dakota Kai defeated Asuka and Alexa Bliss tonight in the Women's Tag Team Championship Tournament semifinals. So yeah, they will be advancing to the finals. But it was a great match, like I said. If you have yet, go check out that match. It was pretty good. So yeah, great match to kick off Raw. I'll give that match 3 stars as well. It was a pretty good one. So yeah. But yeah, like I said, later on tonight they'll have more details about the Fatal 4-Way second chance match that will be happening on SmackDown. So yeah. But then after that, we see Dolph Ziggler having an interview backstage, and he was talking about how he was trying to change theory. Like, instead of coming up acting like he knows everything, try to bump down his ego, try and teach him some stuff and all that stuff. But then all of a sudden Finn Balor comes up with Rhea Ripley, and then Balor starts talking junk to Dolph, and then Dolph looks, Balor was talking about, you talking about you trying to teach theory, but you can't even teach nobody, and let me teach you something, kid. And then Dolph looks at him, he goes like, but ain't we the same age though? How are you going to tell me I'm a kid and all that for the same age? And then Finn starts talking a little bit more crap, and then that's when Dolph punching Finn in the face. Finn drops down to the ground. Ziggler then was about to come out to the ring, but then he pops his head back through the curtain saying, are you going to get your ass up and stop being a little bitch and get to the ring? I'll be out there. So yeah, that's what Dolph Ziggler said, and yeah, up next it'll be Ziggler versus Finn Balor one-on-one up next. So yeah, that match will be happening up next. So yeah, I'll see you guys later until the next thing that happens on Monday Night Raw. See you guys later until then. So the next thing to happen on Monday Night Raw. Now, before we talk about the match between Finn Balor and Dolph Ziggler, we gotta talk about a few things. Now, I forgot to mention a while ago with the Women's Tag Team Championship Tournament that they actually did have some people watching the match. Dana Brooke, Tamina, Doudrop, Nikki ASH, and Aliyah. So yeah, Aliyah's on Raw for tonight. She's still SmackDown, but she was just on Raw tonight. So yeah, all of them was watching that match, which I forgot to mention. But yeah, we get to the match with it was Finn Balor with Rhea Ripley at ringside. Damien Priest is not at ringside because he is preparing for his match against Edge later on tonight, and Finn Balor was taking off Dolph Ziggler. And this match was really good. The crowd was behind it and all that stuff. At one point, we see Finn Balor try to hit the coup de grace onto Dolph, but Dolph moved out of the way. Balor lands on his feet, but then he gets hit with a zigzag by Dolph Ziggler. It looks like it was going to be all over. Ziggler goes for the pin. 1, 2. Finn Balor barely kicking out at 2. And then Finn Balor and Dolph Ziggler starts trading blows with each other. Ziggler then hits a headbutt onto Finn Balor, but after he hit the headbutt onto Balor, the referee was checking on Balor, and while the referee was checking on Finn Balor, we see Rhea Ripley get on the ring apron, punching Dolph in the face, and then that's when Finn Balor quickly grabs him, hits the 1916 onto Dolph, climbs up the top turnbuckle, jumping off with the coup de grace onto Dolph Ziggler, and then pins him for the 1, 2, 3. So yeah, Finn Balor defeated Dolph Ziggler tonight on Monday Night Raw. That's what happened. It was a pretty good match, like I said. So yeah, for that match, I'll give it 3.5 stars. That's what I'll give it. And I forgot to mention that Finn Balor actually changed his theme song when he comes out all by himself. So yeah, not the Judgment Day theme song, but his theme song. So yeah, he it's changed and all that stuff. Go listen to it if you want to. But yeah, they did change his theme song when he comes out all by himself, like solo or whatever. So yeah. But yeah, like I said, great match between Finn Balor and Dolph Ziggler. But then after that, we see Aliyah get an interview backstage, and pretty much it was talking about the Fatal 4-Way Tag Team Second Chance match or whatever. And Aliyah was talking about how her and Raquel will win that match. But then all of a sudden, Bayley, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky come up, interrupting Aliyah, and then they said that, where's Raquel at? She ain't here. That's right. You're not a badass or anything. What would you do the next time when you come on our show? Because the next time you come on our show, we're going to beat you down or whatever. And then Trish Stratus comes up, and Stratus is talking about, Bayley, when you going to get in the ring, actually? Because you still haven't gotten in the ring since you came back. Is your knee okay? And then Trish Stratus was like, how about you go in the match tonight? And Bayley was like, you know what? Okay, me and Aliyah tonight. So yeah. Later on tonight, we will see Bayley versus Aliyah one-on-one. It'll be Bayley's first match back in over a year. So, yeah, that match will be happening tonight on Monday Night Raw. But then, up next, we're going to see Alpha Academy laying an open challenge up next on Raw. So, yeah, I'll see you guys later. Until then. Oh, yeah, and I forgot to mention one more thing. We actually did see Adam Pearce and a bunch of security guards walking around with a photo in his hand. It looks like Samuel Shaw. Dexter Lumis. There we go. But yeah, just saying Samuel Shaw like his independent scene name. So yeah, or TNA or whatever. So yeah, but yeah, Dexter Lumis. But yeah, that's what it looks like as a picture. Couldn't really tell, but that's what it looked like. So yeah, they're going around looking for them. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Until then. So the next thing that happened on Monday Night Raw, we see Chad Gable and Otis Alpha Academy come out, and Chad Gable was, talking crap to the fans and all that. But then he says that tonight Alpha Academy is laying down an open challenge, just a one-on-one match against him, Chad Gable. So yeah. That's what Chad Gable said, and Kevin Owens was the one that answered the open challenge. So yeah, Kevin Owens came out, and, he comes out, and he's ready to fight, and then we get the match on the way. It was Chad Gable versus Kevin Owens one-on-one. Otis was at ringside, and this match, it was a really good match. I really liked it. At one point, we seen Gable hit a back body drop on Kevin Owens on the ring apron, and then popped them up again. Hey, German suplex on the ring apron at one point, which was vicious. And both of these guys was going at it. We seen Chad Gable bust out a diving headbutt at one point off the top turnbuckle. Almost got Kevin Owens with the German suplex because Owens barely kicked out at 2. But then we get to the ending where we see Kevin Owens, we see Chad Gable laying out Kevin Owens. He climbs up the top turnbuckle, jumps off with a moonsault, but Owens moves out the way. Gable lands on his feet, and then gets hit with a super kick by Owens, and then Owens throws him to the ropes, hitting him with a pop-up powerbomb, which we don't really see that often now, really. So yeah, he hit him with the pop-up powerbomb and then pinned him for the 1, 2, 3. So yeah, Kevin Owens defeated Chad Gable tonight on Monday Night Raw, and Kevin Owens was wearing his old KO shirt like we did back in 2015. So yeah, the prize fighter's definitely back. But then after the match ended, we see Otis attack Kevin Owens from behind, beating him down and stuff, and then tries to run into the ring post, but Owens moves out the way, and Otis hits the ring post shoulder first, and then Owens sees Chad Gable. He gets out the ring, about to powerbomb him on the ring apron, but Otis comes up clotheslining Kevin Owens, throws Owens back in the ring, but then that's when Owens quickly got back up, hitting a stunner onto Otis, and then Chad Gable tries to attack Kevin Owens, and Kevin Owens quickly grabbed him, powerbombing him on top of Otis. So yeah, laying both of them out, and he won the match. So yeah, pretty good stuff. I'll give that match between Kevin Owens and Chad Gable 3.5 stars. That's why I'll give it. Actually, I'll give it 4 stars. That's why I'll give it. It was a really good match. Go check it out if you haven't yet, between those two. But yeah, that's what happened there. But then after that, we see Finn Balor, Damien Priest, and Rhea Ripley, the Judgment Day, talking backstage. Rhea Ripley was talking about how she'll choke out Dominic once again, and Finn Balor was talking about how he gets Rey Mysterio's number. He is 6'1" mine. So yeah, that's what he said. And then we see Rhea Ripley. And then Damien Priest was talking about how he'll actually beat Edge and put him in retirement tonight. So yeah, that's what he said. But yeah, pretty good stuff. And up next, we're going to be seeing Bayley in action up next for the first time in over a year. And she'll be taking on Aliyah. So yeah, that match will be happening up next. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Until then. So the next thing that happened on Monday Night Raw, it was a one-on-one match. It was Bayley versus Aliyah one-on-one. Now, Io Sky and Dakota Kai was not at ringside for this match. And this match, it wasn't the best, but it was alright. So yeah, at one point we see Aliyah pretty much hitting Stratus onto Bayley outside the ring. Well, she hit the Bulldog, but yeah. But then at one point at the ending, we see Aliyah locking on the single leg Boston Crab onto Bayley, pretty much working on that injured leg that Bayley injured a year ago. And then Bayley fought out of that, hitting a monkey flip onto Aliyah, and then picks her up, hitting her finish move, pretty much face planting her. I think they call it the rose plant or something like that. So yeah, she hit that move onto Aliyah and then pins her for the 1, 2, 3. So yeah. Bayley defeated Aliyah tonight on Monday Night Raw, and then after the match ended, we see Io Sky and Dakota Kai walking out there to celebrate with Bayley. So yeah, for that match, I'll give it 2 stars. That's why I'll give it. It was an okay match. It was just Bayley's first match back on TV in over a year. So yeah, but yeah, that's what happened there. And up next, we're going to be seeing Ciampa and The Miz versus Bobby Lashley and AJ Styles in a tag team match up next on Raw. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Until then. So the next thing that happened on Monday Night Raw, now we had a tag team match. It was AJ Styles teaming up with the United States Champion Bobby Lashley to take on The Miz and Ciampa in a tag team match. And it was a pretty good match. But then at one point we see Lashley hit a spear onto Ciampa. It looks like it was going to be all over. He goes for the pin. 1, 2, Miz breaks the pin at 2. Styles gets in the ring, throws Miz out the ring, jumps off the top rope, hitting a phenomenal forearm onto Miz outside of the ring. But then all of a sudden, when Styles was getting up and stuff, and he's by the barricade, all of a sudden we see a guy with a hoodie on grab Styles, try and drag him over the barricade, but then a bunch of security guards grab that guy, and yeah, we straight up don't even know that guy who it was, because we seen his face and all that, and it was not Dexter Lumis. It was probably like a decoy, or Dexter Lumis having a faction or something. So yeah, we see that guy happen. And then we see Miz on the other side of the barricade, and then Dexter Lumis grabs him and then pulls him over the barricade, just dragging him along into the darkness. So yeah, that's what happened there. And then, and then it led to disqualification. So yeah, either the match ended in no contest or in the DQ. So yeah, that's what happened there because of that. But yeah, it left Ciampa in the ring. Ciampa got hit with the phenomenal forearm, and he got hit with the spear getting laid out. So yeah, that's what happened there. It was an okay match and all that stuff. But yeah, and I'm still wondering who the hell was that other guy. I didn't recognize him, and I tried going on comments on Twitter and stuff, and it looks like a lot of other people don't even recognize him. So yeah, still unrecognizable, I guess. So yeah, with that match, I'll give it 2.5 stars. That's why I'll give it. It was okay stuff. So yeah, I'll see you guys later until the next thing that happens on Monday Night Raw. See you guys later until then. So the next thing that happened on Monday Night Raw, yeah, we actually had big old surprise on Raw, and it was Johnny Gargano. So yeah, he came out with his theme song Rebel Heart playing, and it was great to see Johnny Gargano back. This is his return back to the WWE after 9 months, they said, where he left from NXT, and he is on the main roster. He is on Monday Night Raw. He came out, and then he was talking about how happy he's glad to be back and all that stuff. Talking about he still got some stuff to do, that he wants to become the Intercontinental Champion. That's his dream and all that stuff. So yeah, that's what he was saying. And he was talking about how it was a hard decision of what he wants to do, because he has so many places that he wanted to go to, that he was thinking about going to. But he said, yeah, come back here at the end of the day. So yeah, that's what he said. It was great to see Johnny Gargano back. And then all of a sudden, Mr. Money in the Bank Theory interrupts him. Theory comes out and starts talking now like, look, Johnny, I did everything that you pretty much wish that you could have done. Like, I've already been at WrestleMania, I've been United States Champion, Mr. Money in the Bank, all that stuff. So yeah, that's what Theory was talking about. And then he goes like, either you can go away, or, you know, we could be a team again. So yeah, that's what he was saying. He says, let's do the high five, Johnny. And then all of a sudden he goes like, come on, hit me. Don't, raising his hand up, and then instead of Johnny Gargano giving him the high five, he got smacked with a super kick. So yeah, getting laid out. So yeah, that's what happened there. It looks like we're going to have a feud between Johnny Gargano and Theory. But yeah, it was great to see Johnny Gargano return tonight on Monday Night Raw. So yeah, pretty great segment. It was just random as hell. I'm not even going to lie. Like, all of a sudden, they go on commercial break after a match, come back on, and then all of a sudden, Rebel Heart starts playing. But it was still a good way, so yeah. But yeah, I'll see you guys later until the next thing that happens on Monday Night Raw. See you guys later until then. So the main event was the next thing that happened on Monday Night Raw, and it was a one-on-one match. It was Edge versus Damien Priest one-on-one. Now, Finn Balor and Rhea Ripley was not at ringside for this match. Damien Priest's theme song has changed when he comes out solo. So yeah, it changed. It's like a remix of his first theme song, if you remember. So yeah. But Edge came out, and Edge was wearing a nice ass attire with white and red, with Canada and all that stuff. So yeah, that was pretty cool. But yeah, he came out, and yeah, we'll get the match underway. It was a pretty good match. At one point in this match, we see Damien Priest actually hit a Razor's Edge onto Edge through the announce table, but Edge made it back into the ring at one point, and then it was all going at it. Oh yeah, and there was another point, like before the announce table spot, we seen Edge jump off the top turnbuckle with a freaking crossbody onto Damien Priest outside of the ring. So yeah, that was before the announce table spot. But yeah, this match, it was wild. Edge doing a lot of moves that we don't never see this man do, which is crazy because of the neck issues and all that stuff. At one point, we seen Edge hit a Hurricane Rana onto Damien Priest off the top turnbuckle. So yeah, that was wild right there. And then he was setting up for the spear at that point, but then Priest reverses the spear with a big roundhouse kick onto Edge, kicking him upside the head. And then he actually stole Christian Cage's finisher move, the kill switch, hitting it on Edge, which they called it the Unprettier on the announce table. But yeah, that's what they did. The announcers called it the Unprettier. But yeah, he hit the kill switch on the Edge, pins him 1-2. Edge barely kicked out at 2. And then at one point we see Edge trying to lock on the sharpshooter onto Damien Priest, but Damien Priest kicks him away, which Edge bumps into the referee, and the referee falls out of the ring. And then we see Priest grabbing him, hitting that sit-out choke slam onto Edge. Tries to pin him, but the referee, of course, is knocked out and stuff. So he gets out the ring, grabs 2 steel chairs, trying to hit the concerto onto Edge, but Edge quickly moved out the way. Edge got back into the ring, and then Edge, tripped Damien Priest, making him land on the steel chair, gets back in the ring. He breaks the leg of the steel chair, locks on the crossface with the leg, which Damien Priest's face was just freaking priceless. It was just funny as hell. And then he lets go. He sets up for the spear, but Damien Priest grabbed that leg of the steel chair, and when Edge ran for the spear, he gets hit with the leg of the chair, and then he goes for the pin. The referee gets back into the ring slowly, count slow, 1, 2, Edge barely kicking out at 2, and then we get to the ending where Priest was getting frustrated. He lifts up Edge, tries to hit Razor's Edge onto him, and then Edge fought off of him, got off of him, and then hits a Canadian Destroyer onto Damien Priest. So Edge hitting the Canadian Destroyer in 2022 is just freaking crazy. So yeah, that's what he hit onto him. Goes to the corner, hits a spear onto Priest, and then pins him for the 1, 2, 3. So yeah, Edge defeated Damien Priest tonight in a very good match. This match was better than what I was thinking it was going to be, but yeah, it was a really good match. For that match and stuff, I'll give it 4 stars. That's why I'll give it. It was a really good match between these two guys. In my opinion, I'll say this is match of the night. I was going in between this being match of the night or Kevin Owens and Chad Gable, which that match was very great as well. But in my opinion, I think the main event was match of the night. It was a really good main event. But then after the match ended, we see Edge grabbing the steel chairs, about to hit the concerto onto Damien Priest, but Rhea Ripley comes in from behind him, hits a low blow onto Edge, and then Finn Balor climbs up the top turnbuckle, jumping off with the coup de grace onto Edge. They grab the steel chair, about to hit the concerto onto Edge, but then Beth Phoenix quickly grabbed the steel chair, so yeah, she was in the crowd and all that, she grabs the steel chair, and then pretty much got the Judgment Day to back off. So yeah, that's what happened there. Pretty good way to end off Raw. Great episode. Just a lot of things happening. Like I said, match of the night, the main event easily. Now, Kevin Owens versus Chad Gable was a really great match. Johnny Gargano making his return back tonight on Raw, which was freaking amazing. The tag team match with Miz and Ciampa versus Bobby Lashley and AJ Styles was okay, but I'm still interested to see who that first man was. If he was like a decoy for Dexter Lumis, or teaming up with him, or what, we'll see. Just Monday Night Raw tonight was just great. It was really good. Trish Stratus returning, Rollins and Riddle brawling. Bayley versus Aliyah was okay, not the best. That was probably the weakest match in my opinion, but it was understandable. It's her first televised match in over a year and stuff. But other than that, Raw tonight was pretty good. So yeah, for tonight's episode of Monday Night Raw, I'll give it 9 stars. That's why I'll give it 9 out of 10 stars. That's why I'll give tonight's episode of Raw. We had Johnny Gargano return. We had some good matches. Finn Balor and Dolph Ziggler was another good one. The women's tag team match from earlier was great. So yeah, really good matches. So yeah, 9 stars. That's why I'll give tonight's Raw. So yeah, that's been my WWE Monday Night Raw August 22nd, 2022 reviews. Like, subscribe to Team W Wrestling on YouTube, subscribe to my other channel, Word of Chris, and subscribe to this channel, Chris Bagels, and follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. I'll be down there in the description box, and I'll see you guys later for this Wednesday's AEW Dynamite reviews. See you guys later. Until then.